out of our life. Fitness mindset, fitness body, fitness business, fitness relationships. And welcome to the new episode of the Eva Eckert podcast, episode number 9. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing how can you create a daily self-improvement. And this is going to be part 1. We're going to be discussing how we as a freak family do the weekly review. How do I do the weekly review? Step-by-step process that will give you an incredible results. So welcome, guys, everyone to the show. Welcome to the Eva Eckert Show. I am a Polish immigrant with a big heart, strong accent, kick-ass husband, and 2 beautiful kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women around the world to take bold action towards their dreams, passions, and desires. So finally, their life become more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the badass superhero of your unique purpose is within all of you, all of us, and you should share it with the world to make the world a better place. This show will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-discipline, so you can stop making excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve by being the best and upgraded version of you. So we're going to start, guys, the episode of a gratitude. What are you grateful for today? I think that we all should start our daily disciplines with saying the gratitude. What are you grateful for? So I am going to start saying how amazing the trip has been for us. We've been traveling for 2 weeks. We've been working, having fun, seeing new places, connecting with new people. It has been an incredible experience for us. And literally the list of the things that we've seen is endless. The things that we have accomplished is endless. And let me tell you, I have been writing in my journal for the past few years about seeing the national parks. And actually, in this past 2 weeks, we've seen the Grand Canyon in Arizona, we've seen Zion Park, and it has been incredible. So if you've seen these places, you know what I'm talking about. But the incredible part is that I journaled about it. Do you journal? Do you take the time to contemplate and think about the things that you as a human being wants to accomplish or see? The human being, the you that wants to experience with other people or maybe contribute to the world. Those are very important things that we need to think of, because I think that's what make our lives very special. And as we were diving in and deep into this weekly review this past weekend, it was just incredible to see and hear my kids saying those things, like what are they grateful for. And that's why I want to share with you today this part of doing the weekly review as a self-improvement tool, how important it is. So guys, let's dive in. As I mentioned, we spent these 2 weeks traveling, and how can you really summarize what you have seen in life, what you have accomplished in life by doing the weekly review. And weekly review is a part of the self-improvement. Because why, guys? Because we live in an era of destination disease. And what I mean by that, people arrive in a place and they want to retire. People lose the weight, for instance, and they don't want to do any more work. Have you ever experienced an effect yo-yo? Or maybe you lost the weight and then you gained the weight. What happens? What happened exactly in your scenario? Well, what happened is probably you did so much work, you lost the weight, you arrive in the place of your destination, you were happy where you are, and then you thought, well, since I'm here, now I can go back to my old habits. Now I can start eating the unhealthy food again. But since you didn't establish the habit of the good food, eating well, exercising, and understanding that this is a life changing moment, that from now on, you need to continue doing these good habits, because if you go back to the bad habits, you're gonna gain the weight back, you're gonna go back to your previous self, right? So that's exactly what happened. You didn't want to do the work. You thought that since you've done the work, this is enough, this is it. But that's not how it works. We need to create literally a fitness out of our life. Fitness mindset, fitness body, fitness business, fitness relationships. And what I mean by that we need to continuously going and growing inside these subjects. We continuously need to put our work towards it, because look, the self-improvement is based on the three things, and you can apply them into your mindset, body, business, finances, and relationships. And when I thought about these three things, those are such a significant things in our lives that when you actually understand them, and I know that you will, because if you are a person that's been struggling right now in self-improvement, meaning maybe it's a weight loss, maybe you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to grow a business, or maybe you want to better your relationship, you're going to realize that this is a foundation. These three things that I'm going to share with you today is the foundation of any kind of self-improvement. So we're going to start with preparation. Preparation is number one. Now think about it. When you wanted to lose weight, what do you need to do? You need to prepare yourself. You need to prep your food. You need to decide on workouts that you're gonna do, right? You gotta probably prep your clothing. Like, okay, I'm gonna prep my clothes. I'm gonna set my workout attire. I'm gonna prep my bag for the gym. That's preparation, right? That's what it is. That's preparation. But what else? What else is the preparation? This is just fitness. But what about just overall idea of a life? Like when you get up in the morning, what do you ask yourself daily? Is there a question that you ask yourself today? Is there something that will lead the day towards a better day? Like, think about it. What if we all would ask that question? What can I learn today? How can I show up today? How can I be a better person today? And I believe that if we ask ourselves those questions, the clarity answers will come to us. It's going to be something so important and so significant that will give us the direction, almost like a direction of where you're going, like having that GPS, right? Having that navigation. Okay, this is what I'm going to do today. This is how I'm going to be today. And that's preparation. And that's what we were, guys, that's what we were really doing after these 2 weeks of our vacation. And every week we always do these family meetings and we do these weekly reviews. However, we missed on them, and we had to sit down. Literally, we're sitting outside the other day, and I usually do my weekly review. We do the weekly review on Sunday. This is like our thing. On summertime, we sit outside and we just take our journals, take our daily readers, I have this notebook literally right here with me. I can show you right here. This is my journal, and I change the journals. And I have also my virtual journal that by you guys clicking down the link below today, you can download this journal, the Freak Planner, completely free. And it's going to give you not only the weekly questions, but it's going to give you the daily questions and the monthly questions and the scoring. It's going to give you such a clarity in your life. And when we were sitting outside and really thinking about this week, that's what not only summarizing this week, but also preparing ourselves for the next week, because that's the part of the self-improvement. When you sit down and you think about what happened in the past week, how can you improve these upon certain things? That's the preparation. So you can better next week, you can better the month. And I'm going to give you guys direct questions. And of course, you're going to get the direct questions in my daily and weekly planner, but that's something that you can just start doing it today. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fantastic. So bear with me, stay with me today, because we're going to be discussing it all. Number 2 of self-improvement is contemplation. And what I mean by contemplation, sitting down and thinking, closing your eyes, listening to that voice inside your head. Like, realize that. Have you ever done a massage, or have you ever done just a relaxation technique that you maybe lay down on the couch, or maybe you just closing your eyes and you thinking about your day? When you start maybe concentrating on troubles or problems that you have, what happens? Usually the brain gives you a great response. Usually the brain will give you solutions. Why, you guys? Why is like that? Because it's proven that if you are in a stage of relaxation, your body can find solutions. If you are anxious, if you are stressed, you cannot figure things out. And I know that I am right in this moment, because you know that now you're thinking, probably the balls, the things are rolling in your head. Is like, wow, of course I can. Because think about any kind of anxious situations or stressed situations. What happens when you take exams at school? If you are a student, you take exams at school, and the moment of anxiety comes in as you start writing, literally the brain goes blank. You feel like, oh my God, I don't remember anything. I've been studying and I don't remember a thing. That's exactly what it is. It's that anxiety, the stress comes. Even me, if I would get stressed so much about this podcast, my brain goes blank. And the more relaxed we are, the more tuned into ourselves we are, the more we give ourselves the time to think, the better the solutions. So what does this teach us? Well, do meditation every day. Try to concentrate on the breathing. Do guided meditation, like I am doing a Headspace. There is an application called Calm. There are different applications. I've done even somatic breathing. I've done so many different techniques and joined so many different groups when literally you were guided through deep relaxation. And I'm not talking about spending hours. We're talking about finding a time in your day, maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the evening, it doesn't matter, to really sit down and contemplate. But since we're gonna talk about the weekly review, we sit down every week and we think about this past week, what happened. That's contemplating. But because we've done this work every single day, we kind of can pull the essence out of every day, because every day finished with some kind of sentence, learning lesson, knowledge, and then goes into the pool of the week. How wonderful this is, because life happens so fast, right? That so many times you are like, wait a second, what have I accomplished even today? What have I accomplished this week? So many times we can't point things out. And I know that you can't, because life goes so fast and we don't slow down the life. And we need to slow down our life right now to be able to find solutions, to be able to think more clearly, to be able to find the path for our greatness. And let's look past centuries. Let's go back centuries ago. Think about these famous people, amazing influencers, people that have been journaling. Like, think about the meditations of Marcus Aurelius. He started writing, journaling about the mindset. And one of the famous quotes of his meditation is, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think about this for a second. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. How are your thoughts weekly? What's happening inside your brain? This is the moment to think about it, because so many of us maybe have these negative thoughts. And if you sit 24 hours a day with a negative thought, what is there around you? Pure negativity. So we got to change this, guys. And the power of our brain is incredible. So we got to switch the thinking, start thinking and catching ourselves on these negative thoughts that we have. So that's contemplation. Sit down weekly and think about your past week. And I'm going to give you the direct outline what you need to do. Number 3 of the self-improvement is application. What do you need to do to change your life? Well, think about it. Maybe you are struggling right now with weight. Maybe you've been overweight for a long time, or maybe you gain the weight again. The hurt that you're feeling right now, the pain that you have associated with the fact that you are overweight is going to give you the push to change, right? So usually the application of things, the fact that we're going to start changing things and applying things is because we are hurting, we are in pain. So what else is happening? What else is happening in your mindset, in your body, in your business, in your relationships? This can be applied to literally anything. That's why you want to change something. That's a part of self-improvement. Like, think about it. We starting with preparation. We contemplating, we thinking about things. We have the moments of quiet time so we can think, what do I need to change? How I need to change things around me in these areas of my life. And now the application. And I think this is the hardest for people. The application, and I think contemplation is the hardest. I mean, overall, when you start thinking about it, those are the 3 fundamentals of any kind of self-improvement. Either you want to lose the weight, you want to start a business, you want to better your relationship. Those are 3 main things. And people, until they are in pain, they won't start applying. Or what else has to happen? Maybe they have enough knowledge that they can start implementing things. Or maybe something or someone give them something. It can be a program, it can be some kind of motivation, or maybe just a course even that will give them the start to change something, right? Otherwise, people will not apply things. And, like, I've been into so many seminars, I've done so many different personal development courses. And until you feel within you that you're ready, that you wanted to change something, that you wanted to change your life, your business, and you need to start applying. Like, I remember when we first opened our bootcamp and boxing locations years ago, and we had 2 locations in New York, and I mentioned this in my previous episodes, guys, the fact that we start applying new systems and new ways in our business was necessary, and it came out of pain. It came out of the fact that we couldn't grow the business how we wanted. We kind of reached the cap. We reached the moment that, okay, this is it. And if I am continue doing the same things over and over, I will have the same outcome. So the application of the new things, it was necessary, but it came out of the hurt. Like, okay, we can no longer to spend this amount of monthly for our bootcamp and boxing location. We're working out so many hours. We reached the cap and we don't know what to do. The same with you. Might be maybe in your relationship, might be even in your mindset, or your fitness. Maybe you are at that point that you lost the weight and you don't know what else to do. Well, you need to switch things around in order to go to the next level. Maybe you've been eating clean enough to lose some weight and moving enough, maybe walking to lose some weight, but now it's the next level. Maybe weight training, maybe doing high intensity cardio, maybe start removing your your sugar from your food, and that's the next level. So look how much is to know about these subjects, and that's when coaching comes in place. That's why I coach so many entrepreneurs and people and women 101, and I also have the Freak Female Alliance. When we discuss these four main areas of our lives, we discuss the body, the business, nutrition, relationships. We discuss this all because if people struggle in these areas, you need to find solutions, and you need to have a group that will have your back. You need to have someone that has a tool or maybe a plan for you to follow, because that's what we do. Like, think about the meditation of Marcus Aurelius. It's like, if you came across the meditations, you know that they are daily stoic readers that you can do every single day. That's what I do. That's my part of my morning routine, which I'm going to be talking about you in some other episodes, but this is what I do. I kind of read, think about it, sit down. The kids do that too. That's a part of their morning routine. So we got to follow what somebody already created for us. So when somebody already went through something like this, and their thoughts, their smart thoughts are the direction for us, right? So somebody has done it before us, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So guys, don't forget that the Freak journal and planner is available to you. For those of you who are watching the YouTube, you can click the link below. For those of you who are listening to this episode, you can also click the link below and ask me questions after this episode. I love getting questions because this gives me a topic for my podcast. That's when I used to do the No Excuses Ladies episodes, that was the topic of my podcast, when people would submit these questions to me. I think it's a wonderful thing, because out of the struggle, out of the problem will come the solution, right? We can all think about it, give each other ideas, and that's when the episodes will be created. So I think this is phenomenal. So the reverse engineering in this episode, when we started with the weekly review, right? So all of us were sitting outside and thinking about and contemplating, and each of us came out with different ideas. And I think it's a beautiful thing, because then you can take notes out of other people coming with the ideas, and you see how their brain works, what was significant for them, what they pull out of the week. It's a beautiful thing. So are you guys ready for me to give you some questions for that weekly review? So again, what questions can you ask yourself weekly to dive deeper into seeing your accomplishments, victories, but also struggles? The struggles are important for us because we want to improve upon struggles. We don't want to dwell upon failures, but we want to understand them. Why did I fail? What have I done that this thing actually happened in my life? And how can I improve? How can I do better? And I'm going to give you an example. Like, when we went for the 2 weeks of our vacation, our traveling, we read, we journal, but it wasn't as intensity as we should. And actually, I'm going to be sharing this with one of the other episodes and podcast, Russian and the Freak, when me and my husband, Steve, will be discussing these things and diving deeper into things that we've done, we improved upon, we should be doing more of, or maybe we shouldn't be doing as much, right? And this is all a part of our thoughts and contemplations and understanding how our life is. The more you think about it, the more you give yourself time, the more clear you will be. So let's dive deep. What questions can you ask yourself? What am I most grateful for? Always start with this. What victories from the past week am I most proud of? What did I do for fun, knowledge, personal development, business, and other people? I think this one is so important. What did I most struggle with? What mental blockers, distractions I had? What did I learn? How can I improve? How was my health, fitness, relationships, work, and finances? And you gotta designate the time for the next week focus. And what will be the topic? Goals for next week. What is my top priority? What am I looking forward to this upcoming week? What do I need to do to make this week amazing? What do I need to pay attention to do more this week than last week? I love this one because a lot of times we do not pay attention. And that's when the problem comes. So, guys, my clients, either is a one-on-one client or group coaching clients, they all do those weekly reviews. We do the daily reviews. We work on ourselves because that's the part of personal development. Because when you think about it, a lot of people when come for a change, they think, okay, I need to change just the fitness. I just want to lose the weight. But everything, guys, starts with your mind. Mind is the navigation center of everything in your life. You can't lose the weight or change your habits without first thinking, navigating, and changing your mindset. Why people are overweight, why people struggle with weight. Yes, there are bad habits, but it all starts in your mind. If the mind is fed with negativity, it's very difficult to see the change, right? But when you feed the mind with more positive thoughts, and I have that beautiful, beautiful framed picture right in front of me, which is above my thinking corner, and it says, have a positive mind. That is a picture of a girl, a blonde girl, reminds me of my daughter, Ivanka, and has this flower head, literally beautiful garden of beautiful, colorful flowers. That's how you should see your mind, as a beautiful garden, not a garden of weeds. Beautiful garden. That's what you want to see. And that's what I want all for you guys. So, guys, please like, subscribe, and share this episode with your loved ones, friends, and families. And believe it or not, but leaving a review on Spotify will give me some great ratings and also invite people to this podcast. So please, again, share and subscribe. And remember that the superhero is within all of you, all of us. You just need to discover it, look inward, reconnect with your innate force, and find the purpose and the meaning of the true you. Thank you so much for listening and watching to this podcast. No excuses.